Since 2014, when he got his first pair of shoes with his name on them, Kyrie Irving has been a regular at Nike. He has always been one of the best sellers for the brand. Irving's contract with Nike was cancelled last month after he retweeted a link to an anti-Semitic video and didn't say sorry for it. Now, a long time later, his deal with the company is over. He is no longer a signature athlete for Nike, and he is no longer an athlete for Nike at all. Kyrie Irving's first reaction after his Nike contract was terminated. Kyrie Irving started working for Nike in 2014, so he has been with the company for 8 years. Since the mysterious point guard started working for Nike, his shoes have become just as popular as those of anyone else, but their long relationship is over. The news came out early Monday morning. Charania said earlier in the day that Irving's contract with Nike had been cancelled and that the two companies would no longer work together. A lot of people were surprised by the news since the Kyrie Irving scandal seemed to be over for a while, and no matter what happened, Irving is moving on. He tweeted this after the news was already public. "Anyone who has ever bought something I've put out with their own money, I consider family, and we will always be linked. Now is the time to show how strong we are as a group." Kyrie Irving has a lot of fans, and the fact that Nike dropped him will only make that number grow. He is still a great player and a brand that people trust, so it's likely that his shoes will still sell wherever he goes next. In response to Irving's statement, NBA fans also had a lot to say. Kyrie Irving is very set in his ways, and it takes a lot to get him to act in a way that goes against what he believes. So it was hard for him to get back on good terms with the Brooklyn Nets after their first fight. Fans, though, want him to stay the same, and many of them tweet their support. Kyrie Irving seems to have about the same number of fans as people who don't like him. This will help him a lot as he tries to keep up with his career, which is only getting harder. Nike may have broken up with Kyrie Irving, but it's still not clear who will benefit or lose the most from this. Next, we talk about athletes who lost their huge endorsement deals. First, Michael Vick, Ben Johnson, and Adrian Peterson. Michael Vick is a quarterback who has played for the Atlanta Falcons, Philadelphia Eagles, New York Jets, and Pittsburgh Steelers. He is currently a free agent and has been to the Pro Bowl 4 times. In 2007, he was found guilty of being a major player in a dogfighting ring that took place on his property. This was the end of his career. Vick admitted that he was involved in dogfighting and that he hung and drowned dogs that didn't do well. He went to prison for 21 months, during which time he lost all of his big endorsement deals, including ones with Nike and Rawling. In July 2008, he filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Ben Johnson was a Canadian hero and one of the best-known athletes after he won gold and set a world record in the 100-meter dash at the 1998 Olympic Games. But in just 3 days, the Jamaican-born athlete went from hero to zero when the Olympic Doping Control Center found stenozolol in his blood and urine samples. Stenozolol is a banned anabolic steroid. He lost his gold medal, his world record, and his sponsorship deal with the Italian sportswear company Diadora, which was worth $2.8 million. Adrian Peterson has been chosen for the Pro Bowl 7 times and was the NFL's most valuable player in 2012. He is the 6th fastest player in history to run for 8,000 yards, and he is the first freshman to ever come in 2nd place for the Heisman Trophy. Peterson is one of the most famous players in the NFL, so it took a few days for his sponsors to give up and drop him. He was charged with abusing a child, but the Vikings still hired him back. This made Radisson Hotels cut all ties with the team. Soon after that, Castrol, Nike, and Milan also had got rid of their endorsement deals. Peterson still plays for the Vikings at age 31. Next, Wayne Rooney, Oscar Pistorius, and Maria Sharapova. On the field, Wayne Rooney's best year in terms of his own accomplishments was 2010. He scored 34 goals in 44 games for Manchester United and won the club's Player of the Year award, the Premier League's Players Player of the Year award, and the Fans Player of the Year award, and the FWA Player of the Year award. Off the field, things were different. When rumors of his cheating spread in 2010, he was the 4th most marketable football player in the world. Coca-Cola dropped the captain of England's team, saying they were disgusted. Tiger Beer also dropped him, but Nike stood by the forward. Oscar Pistorius was a great candidate for lucrative endorsement deals because of his amazing story, good looks, and athletic skills. Pistorius was the first athlete to take part in both the Olympic Games and the Paralympic Games. He won 6 gold medals at the Paralympic Games in 2004, 2008, and 2012. On Valentine's Day in 2013, Pistorius killed his girlfriend, the model Riva Steenkamp, by shooting her. Pistorius said he killed her because he thought she was an intruder hiding in the bathroom. He was found guilty of culpable homicide and is now on trial for a much more serious murder charge. Pistorius lost big endorsement deals, especially with Nike and Oakley, which would have paid him about $2 million a year. Maria Sharapova is thought to have a net worth of between $125 million and $175 million, making her the richest female athlete in the world. The 17-year-old Wimbledon champion, who was the tournament's youngest winner ever, became very marketable at an early age. Sharapova is a great player and a very attractive woman. She was born in Russia but has lived in the US since she was 7. This makes her even more appealing to people around the world. She has been the highest paid female athlete in the world for 11 years now, but she could lose a lot lot of money because she failed a drug test in January. Sharapova has lost big endorsement deals with Nike and Tag Heuer, but head has stuck by her. Moving on, Kobe Bryant, Manny Pacquiao, and Barry Bonds. With an estimated net worth of $320 million, it's safe to say that Kobe Bryant's scandals haven't hurt him too much. However, one scandal in 2003 almost did. The 1996 draft pick and five-time NBA champion was arrested in 2003 after a 19-year-old hotel worker said the LA Lakers star had sexually assaulted her. Bryant said he slept with the girl, but he said it wasn't against her will. Later, they settled out of court, and Bryant said he now understood how the girl felt when she said she didn't agree. Because of what happened, Bryant lost endorsement deals with McDonald's and Nutella, but he kept his ties with Sprite and Nike. Forbes says that in 2015, Manny Pacquiao was the second highest paid athlete in the world. His net worth is estimated to be $190 million. The 8-division world champion probably won't be as high on the list in 2016 though, because he lost to Floyd Mayweather in a much anticipated fight last year, and then called gay people worse than animals. Nike stopped working with the boxer because of his abhorrent comments, and Pacquiao is in the process of getting a new sports brand to replace Nike's sponsorship. Barry Bonds is one of the best baseball players of all time. He has won the MVP award 7 times, been chosen for the All-Star team 14 times, and holds the record for most home runs in MLB history. So it's not surprising that the former Pittsburgh Steelers and San Francisco Giants star had a number of high-paying endorsement deals. But the bronze medalist at the Olympics was a big part of the baseball steroid scandal in 2007. In 2004, he admitted that he had used performance-enhancing drugs by accident, but he was found guilty of trying to stop the law from being done. Bonds was put under house arrest for a month, and he quit baseball the same year. Bonds lost an estimated $28 million that year when companies like KFC, MasterCard, and Charles Schwab dropped him. Finally, Lance Armstrong and Tiger Woods. Lance Armstrong was diagnosed with testicular cancer in 1996. He got better and started cycling again in 1998, and then won the Tour de France an amazing 7 times in a row. Also, the road cyclist started the Lance Armstrong Foundation, which is now called the Livestrong Foundation. It has raised hundreds of millions of dollars for people with cancer. Armstrong was a hero and an inspiration to a lot of people because of this. This made his doping scandal sadder, more shocking, and more personal to a lot of people. Allegations that Armstrong and other cyclists doped can be traced back to when he won the Tour de France in 1999, and they never really went away. It wasn't until 2012 when the US ADA said Armstrong had used drugs to improve his performance that the cyclist could no longer ignore these claims. In January 2013, he admitted that he had used drugs, and all of his wins after 1998 were taken away. He lost almost all of his endorsement deals, including ones with Nike, Anheuser-Busch InBev, Trek Bicycle Corps, FRS, and Honey Stinger. Tiger Woods is one of the best golfers of all time. He has a net worth of $700 million, so it is unlikely that he will have serious money problems anytime soon. But even that huge number could have been a lot higher if the golfer hadn't been caught cheating in front of a lot of people. Woods was so popular and important to his sponsors that when it came out that his wife had broken his car window with a golf club because he was cheating on her, no endorsement deals were lost. But a month later, when it became clear how much Woods had cheated on his wife, the endorsement deals started to dry up. Gillette, Accenture, AT&T, Gatorade, and Tag Heuer all pulled out of huge deals, and Woods' $20 million year deal with Nike was cut in half for 2 years. The incident also hurts Woods' career in golf, where he had once been the best player in the sport's history. Well, that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Till next time, cheers.